life was happening for me before this, but in 2014, hopping gladly down the stairs to go to the bathroom, I found my sister-in-law in the bathtub, and that changed my life. It put me in a totally different category. I had no idea what happened to me. I was going to the hospital all the time thinking that I'm running a race and in a panic. And at the hospital, my doctor suggested lorazepam. I thought I was going to die. They suggested Remeron. I thought I couldn't make it. They suggested Celexa. No way I could take it. Clonazepam did it. In a way, helped a little bit, but still, I believe the biggest thing that helped me was yoga. Because a doctor explained to me at the hospital what was happening to me. That when I found my sister-in-law, I went into fight or flight and was running from an enemy that I couldn't see. My brain thought it was helping me, but was making things worse for me. after yoga, I actually felt my body calm right down. I came back to myself again and was feeling pretty good about my life. And then in May 17th, 2018, I had a UTI. And my doctor gave me amoxicillin, didn't work. She gave me some other medication, it didn't work. And finally, she gave me Cipro. And I took 5 pills of Cipro. And I woke up one morning knowing that something was wrong. I had fallen into a rabbit's hole that I couldn't get out of. Every single fight or flight came back, flip-flop in my heart. Even a sip of water would set me off. It was another nightmare, but maybe worse, because my body hurt. I was numb. I was tingling. I was everything. I mean, it was unbelievable. I was dizzy in the sense where I couldn't lie to my left or my right. I could only sit up in my recliner and sleep. It was really bad. And when I went to my doctor and I told her what was happening to me, she said, after calling her husband right in the office where I was, and she turned to me and she says, "Nain, you have fibromyalgia." I mean, I just stared at her. You're telling me I got fibromyalgia in 1 week? What about the pill you gave me? What about the Cipro? I would never hurt you with a pill, she said. Never. Well, at that time I decided that I'd go to a naturopathic doctor because there was no help coming from my doctor. She suggested, once again, that, oh, you need Zoloft, you need Lyrica, you need Zymbalta, you need gabapentin. I mean, there was nothing that she didn't throw at me. And I said, no, I'm not taking any of them. Because in the group, I found the Cipro group, and then I found a benzo group, and realized that Cipro and benzo mimic each other. That set me off in another unbelievable situation. That the benzo I was taking was going to turn on me too. The naturopathic doctor didn't really help much. In the group is where I read that, in Cipro group, I read that I could be taking vitamins like B12 and high vitamin C, vitamin D, iron. I took every vitamin I could think of at that point in my first Cipro hurt. And then when I found the benzo group, it scared the heck out of me because it says you could, by taking magnesium, you could transdermally be hurt. And that set me off into another direction again. What am I supposed to do? I ended up stopping everything. I ended up stopping all my vitamins. And this naturopathic doctor, she listened to me for 1 year. She charged me probably about $90 every visit. And then when my eyes started to get affected with this crap, she says to me, it's demonic. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it that she did that to me, or she would even say that. There was a naturopathic doctor, a nutritionist, right across from her. She came over and she said, why don't you come and see me? I think I could help you. And she started me on, she said, just vitamin B12. You want to get rid of all your aches and pains, take vitamin B12. So I started vitamin B12, I started my smoothies, and I started to eat as much kale as I could, as much broccoli as I could. And then I realized what she wanted me to do was she wanted me to go into ketosis. Well, that sort of led me into a salt deficiency. So I had to sort of quit that. I cut out everything. I cut out bread, rice, potato for a couple of years. And then I had to start including it back into my diet. So after that, I decided that maybe I could go to a psychologist with my anger for everything that happened to me with my doctor and with pharmacist. And that psychologist charged me a good price for 1 hour talking to me. And then she turned to me after she'd take the money and she said, I can't help you. You need a psychiatrist. In all this mess from the Cipro, I also acquired a burning bladder. I thought I had another UTI, but really and truly, I was diagnosed with IC, interstitial cystitis. And that was another unbelievable nightmare from the only person that validated me was that urologist. He said to me that the Cipro did this to you. No one else ever said anything. No one ever said one word about anything that happened to me. You're basically on your own. You're pretty well treading on your own. Your family don't believe you, that's for sure. They don't. Then, after going through this naturopathic doctor, I decided, well, you know what? I'll go back in the group and find my own way through this and muddle through this the best way I can. And hearing about the benzo doing the exact same thing as the Cipro just freaked me out. I couldn't believe it. And it didn't take long that it started. The benzo, the diazepam, it didn't take long and it started to affect me. Everything you could think of that happened in Cipro, kind of, I believe, it's almost like it's double, because in Cipro you felt like you were in all kind of ways crazy. And now this benzo, basically, it's affecting different parts of my body, like that I didn't have in Cipro, like my muscles and my the tension and everything else is just building up. I'm sure I've missed parts of my story, but the long and the short of it is I'm still struggling. I'm struggling really hard, trying to get back on my feet. And I hope to God that I will, because still no one believes me. And I would only tell everybody that may listen to me that before you take any pill, consider checking it out first. See what the side effects are, because you see the commercials on TV and you don't believe it. Oh, your arm is going to fall off. Oh, your tongue is going to hang out. You don't believe it. But believe me, it's happening to somebody. That's why they're doing it. Thank you so much for listening to me. All the best.